I want to thank everybody for coming today, because what you're seeing here is what collaboration is all about, and it is all for the betterment of our community. It's for the betterment of the people that live here, for our workforce, for the employers that are in our city of Albuquerque, and it's really about opportunity. And I'm starting to use a new term as a mayor, and nobody coached me into it. I'm talking about our opportunity ecosystem here. And it's just something that it seems like it's a natural thing to say, because we're doing so many things in Albuquerque right now and over the last couple of years that improve the opportunity for our citizens, from our elementary school kids to our high school kids, to our colleges, to our workforce, to people who maybe life got in the way at one point and they weren't able to finish a degree and now they're trying to, or maybe they've got some skill sets that they want to improve so that they can improve their economic mobility for themselves and their family. And we are fortunate that we have great partners to do this. And those partners are from the private sector with Innovate Educate. Jamae Blevin and her team are here today. It's coming from the public sector. The city of Albuquerque is here. Dewey Cave from the Council of Governments is here as well. The National Hispanic Cultural Center is a great partner. Here we are at Barelas Community Center. Just a lot of people that are making intentional efforts to make things better for our city. So the point of today is what you see behind you is the 35th Skill Up Center that we've done in the city of Albuquerque. And it's not only the 35th Skill Up site, it's at a site that is historic in our city for workforce development and youth employment. Today we are at Albuquerque's oldest community center. And it was built in 1941, finished in 1942. So think way back to World War II days. And that's when this was done. And it was built for the National Youth Administration, which back in those days was a place for youth to receive job training. And here we are in 2017 talking about how important it is to train youth and create opportunities at a place that was built in 1942 to do the same thing. So I think it just tells us that there's a generational thread to all of these efforts, and what was important decades ago is still important today. So now 75 years later, we're going to continue that original purpose, and this will be now a hub for TalentABQ, TechHire ABQ, and Job Ready Hire. All right, so I get a chance as mayor to travel around the country and tell people that Albuquerque is a national leader for this work. We're a national leader because we have great partners, we have great innovators, Innovate Educate and others, who have decided that Albuquerque is going to be the premier place in America for this kind of work. And people around the country are taking note. We have over 200 business partners in Albuquerque now that have taken note. And we talk about skills-based hiring. We also tell our community, listen, it's a good thing to sit down and assess your skills. If you're not where you want to be today, come into one of our 35 Skill Up Centers. We have them all over the city. Now we've got one at the Barelas Community Center. Sit down, take a few moments, figure out where you are on these basic skill sets that every employee needs to have. It's confidential. There is a low barrier to entry here. You're not going to have to see your scores out there on a billboard somewhere. Just come in and test yourself. And if you're weak in one of these areas, well then we're going to provide free curriculum for you to get yourself skilled up. So far, Talent Albuquerque has served over 124,000 job seekers in either assessment, training, or hiring. We've had over 39,000 citizens take the assessments, and almost a third of those have skilled up at one of the training centers.
My name's Tessa Latson, and I'm the workforce program developer with the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber's Barelas Economic Opportunity Center. I'm actually speaking on behalf of Cynthia Jaramillo, our COO, who unfortunately had a fire to put out this morning. That's part of what a COO does, but she sends her best to everyone. We really appreciate what's going on here in terms of the partnerships. The Barelas Economic Development Center has been a site of Talent Albuquerque since its inception in 2014, and we serve as a Work Keys test center up to this day. It complements our soft skills and computer literacy classes, such as Pathways to Careers for older adults, as well as our Comcast Skill Up Wednesdays, which provides interview skill building and computer literacy training for folks in some cases who don't know what a mouse is. So we do a whole range of employability skill up training. And we really look forward to having this great resource right down the street. We see it as a real benefit to the community to increase access points for skills assessment and employability. And we are really excited to dovetail in partnership with this center as well as Innovate Educate in how we can really increase our employment opportunities for folks, not only in Barelas, but throughout the city. In addition, we're really excited at the Hispano Chamber to see the rollout of Core Score. We look forward to developing programming and linkages in collaboration with Innovate Educate to not only increase employment outcomes, but to also retain and promote valued employees for our member businesses as a critical component of our city's economic well-being. So, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm back. I want to especially thank Tessa and everybody at the Spinal Chamber of Commerce. I've had no better partner as a mayor than originally Alex Romero and Cynthia and the whole team. Your development center at your location on 4th Street is one of the premier places in Albuquerque to provide opportunity. So I want to say a special thank you. I'm going to next bring up Doug Chaplin, who's my Director of Family and Community Services, to give you a few pointers on what we're doing here. And then we'll wrap up and take any questions if you have them. Doug?
Thanks, Mayor. Good morning again. Thank you all for being here. We're truly honored in the Department of Family and Community Services to be able to host TalentABQ here at the Barelas Community Center. Community centers are an integral part of the communities that they reside in, and the folks that live in these communities drive a lot of the programming. They're familiar with these centers. They come here for education. They come here for recreation, to build things, and now they can come and get skilled up on jobs. It's all about access. It's all about creating those connections. And so that's why it's important, I believe, for these to reside in the communities, because people are familiar with them and they're more comfortable in coming here and finding some of the services that they need and that they can occupy their time. I also just want to thank some of the staff at Family and Community that are here. Melissa Peters can't be here today, but Eric Robinson, Community Activities Coordinator, and Eddie Andujo, who does our technology, and will be sure to make sure that our computers are up and running, so when you come to the center to take advantage of these services, they'll be ready for you when you get here. So again, thank you very much, and we're honored to be a part of this.
Thanks, Doug. I am going to bring up one more speaker, Dewey Cave from Mr. Cog. We made an announcement a couple months ago about a $4 million TechHire grant that we received from Washington. So here you go. Washington's doing some stuff where they're sending resources to us. Mr. Cog is the fiscal agent on that and the administrator of that. Talk a little bit about that, because Emmer Cog is one of our great partners as well. So Dewey Cave, their executive director.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, it's all about partnerships, as you see here, but it's also about leadership, and I thank the mayor for his leadership in the city of Albuquerque. But the Central Region Workforce Connection, which Mr. Cog is staffing, is still a strong proponent of Talent Albuquerque, the initiative. We all do great work, I think, and it's really shown with the skills-based hiring and the job creation that's happened already in our community. And also the effort has helped the Central Region explore opportunities for partnership and outreach to all our businesses as well as job seekers. So that we see some success there, but the mayor referred to this new grant that we have that's called TechHire New Mexico. And let me give you a real quick update. The Central Region is extremely excited in the progress of the TechHire grant initiative. The TechHire grant will complete its first program year, June 30th, 2017, is on track of its projected enrollments. We currently have 22 individual participants enrolled with an average age of 20. We have 20 males, 2 females enrolled in various training courses, so we need some more females out there. All but 7 current participants have registered in accelerated training options at CNM Ingenuity Stimulus Center or New Horizons. And really, in order to maximize the TechHire grant funding, the TechHire staff are continuously developing new strategic partnerships and increasing the amount of leverage resources available to support grant training activities. So, we have, what we're finding is that there's a lot of talent out there here in our country. We're fortunate to get this grant to really to do some training to really have the tech hire stay in this country. A lot of our high-tech companies are bringing talent from outside of the United States, and the whole idea is to really create that talent here. You know, I was just last month given a new iPhone, and yeah, I had to have my grandson help me turn it on and make some changes, and he's only 3 years old. So this tech hire is not for people like me, it's for the young people out there. And so, again, we just thank you for the partnerships that we have.
Thanks. So let me just wrap up by saying this, and then every one of these great professionals is available if you want to talk to them one-on-one. We have great opportunities for you in Albuquerque. 39,000 people have come down and tested their skills. If you're an employer in the city of Albuquerque, if you're an employee, if you're looking for work, you live in one of the best cities in America to get yourself skilled up. Take advantage of it. It's free, and it's an awesome opportunity. So come down, call us at 311, come to any one of our 35 Skill Up Centers. Check yourself out. Take an honest look. Get yourself skilled up. We'll help connect you with over 200 employers in the city of Albuquerque. Be part of this national leading model that we have in Albuquerque. We should be proud of this model because we're proud of our folks that live in Albuquerque. We're proud of our workforce. And let's just keep this upward spiral moving. So thanks for coming today, and I appreciate the coverage.
Thank you.
Thanks.